What's up, YouTube? I'm back with more Live Alive. This game, it's pretty good. You can see we've added a couple of people down there to the completed chapters list. Our Shifu and our Master. And now we've got our Distant Future chapter. I was thinking about doing Distant Future and the finale all in the same stream, but I read the finale is like actually kind of long. So we're just going to do our Distant Future chapter this stream. And I'll do one more Live Alive stream. And then be good. Hope everybody's doing good. Things are going pretty good over here. We've got everybody complete except for Cube. Pretty sure his name's Cube, otherwise my thumbnail looks really weird. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good over here. I had some errands to run, some stuff to take care of around the house, but hey, it finally rained. It's finally not going to be over 100 degrees for the first time in like 5 or 6 weeks tomorrow for a few days. So that's nice. Maybe some of my plants will come back alive. Who knows? But yeah, here we go. Into our Distant Future chapter. Far from Earth, vast void of space, the transport freighter Cogito Ergo Sum slowly makes its way home aboard this tiny vessel. A new form of life is born. Alas, as a series of incidents puts the safety and well-being of the ship's crew in jeopardy, this autonomous support unit, but recently built by the engineer Keto, must work together with its creators to ensure all is not lost. Lag. Oh, my Switch. There's just like some weird combination of graphic effects going on in this engine that it can't deal with, even though Xenoblade 3 runs mostly fine. Mostly. There's been a couple of very weird texture glitches. And like wind sand texture sometimes glows way too bright. But whatever, sometimes it looks okay. Space.TSQ05, record of departure. Registration Cogito Ergo Sum class civilian transport freighter destination. We're going to Earth. Cargo xenobiological specimen. Uh-oh. 5 crew, 1 passenger. Courier, military. So we've got 1 military person on board. I've seen enough sci-fi to know that that might not bode well. Yumi Tamura. That's a spaceship. It's a little phallic. Cargo manifest. Primary cargo xenobiological specimen. Description. Giant quadruped. Habitat unknown. Capabilities unknown. You don't know. Whoa. That's very cool looking. We don't know this thing's habitat? Where do we find it? Also, how far into the future are we? Everybody's in cryosleep, except 1 pod's empty. Though it did look like we only have 5 people, and someone looks maybe a little different in the top right. Are they okay? Is that just a friendly alien? Orders from command concerning specimen are as follows. Detailed study of specimen is of highest priority. All necessary measures should be taken to ensure delivery. Escort is mandated. What's going on with our top right? Oh, that's a lady sleeping on her side. Okay. I was like, is that some weird bird head? Like, do we have a Chozo on board? But no. She's just sleeping a little bit more comfortably than everyone else. Oh my god, our techie. You're not Cube. Are you Kato? Kato? The Mechanical Heart. Our Distant Future chapter. I want to know what year it is, because so far things have been not like wildly different in years from each other, except for the prehistory chapter, right? Here we go. Here's Cube, who is definitely not a cube. The... My inclination to name him Robo. Must resist.
Okay.
Or what was it? XR388?
That should do it.
Oh, ooh, I like your voice.
Huh? That's odd. Very odd indeed.
Very odd indeed. Hey, some more British dialogue to go along with
I'm
Xenoblade.
certain I did everything right.
I have nerd glasses. We both have nerd glasses.
It worked!
Hello. I can spin.
Brilliant! Wonderful! Hello there, little one. Can
Hello.
you hear me? My name is Kato.
Kato.
K-A-T-O. Kato. It's a pleasure to meet you. Right, of course. You need a name. Let's see. Well, you're quite round. Roundy?
No.
That's terrible. Hardly fit for a dog.
Do I get any say in this? I mean, I know I do, but...
Yes. Well, you may be round, but mankind's strength is our sense of humor. Cube.
Uh-huh.
That's impressively worse. Naming was
It's
never
pretty
my forte.
alright. Honestly, it's pretty okay.
Perhaps inspiration
Like calling
will
a big
strike
dude
as we
tiny.
walk. Come along, little one.
Okay, I can understand. And I have a sideways cap? Is that what's going on? No name. No combat. Only inventory. Huh. But I'm level 7. Kitchen unit. A variety of dishes and utensils are soaking in a solution in the sink. Toy robot. A mint condition vintage steel titan. Ooh. We know what one of those is. Holographic photo frame. Smiling elderly couples stand on either side of a young boy holding a toy spaceship. Is that your parents, Kato? A PC. A schematic titled Support Unit version 3 is currently displayed on the screen. Somnopathic wellness bed. Memory foam not only conforms to the occupant's body, but also uses electrical pulses to stimulate their muscles while sleeping and help maintain physical fitness. I don't know about that. I've used, like, electrostimulation stuff before. I don't know if I could sleep with that. Maybe it only kicks in after you're asleep, though. That'd feel weird, though. Date, lots of X's. Completed first prototype. Performed basic stress tests. Initial results are passable. Conducted additional testing of second prototype. Motor functions need work. Locked up during tests. Remote operation function was within acceptable parameters. Convinced construction of third prototype. Finished reading latest Earth Tech journals. New circuit boards are most impressive. In any event, I'll make do with what I have. Completed third prototype at last. Will begin performing tests after I finish my rounds of the ship. The captain came to take a look at my work. He said we're 1 week out from Earth, which means that tomorrow we're to bring the others out of cryo. Hopefully I can get our new crew up and running by then. I'm the new crew. Everybody else still asleep. Maybe we're gonna go wake them right now. Can't really go in anyone else's rooms. Oh yeah, I see the arrows. Wow, this looks like really good.
Good. Good. Follow me.
Maybe we don't get to choose Cube's name. Maybe it's just not yet. It's got like the transition going on from our Edo chapter, our sneaky ninja chapter.
The first thing we need to do is register you as a crew member. Otherwise, you won't be free to move about the ship.
Oh, that would be handy. That'd be really handy. I'd hate to have the ship just deny me. What do we do here? Also,
Right
the dot, very 2001 Space Odyssey, like HAL looking.
Yes.
And the movie's ancient now. Greetings, Kato. I hope this morning
Top
finds
of the
you
morning
well.
to you too. I'd like to enter a new crew member into the system.
Understood. Scanning new crewmate. Scan complete. Classification. Autonomous support. Please state designation. Here we go. Cube. We are Cube. Cute little round thing. Sure
And
does
with
take this
that,
space-age
you should be
supercomputer a
able
while
to
to
come and
register
go
our
as you like.
profile. And with that, you should be able to come and go as you like.
And whatever you do, don't forget your name. Access to private quarters is subject to some perfunctory security restrictions.
Okay.
To enter, you may need to input your name. So, if you're ever having trouble, that's one thing you can try. To do so, access the panel to the left of a door. Do you understand? Or would you like me to repeat myself?
No, I get it.
Then the next order of business, little one, is
Yeah.
a test of your analytical skills. I'm going to leave
Okay.
this room and head to another area on this floor. I want you to try and find me.
Okay. We get to poke around. A tiny little game of hide and seek with a newborn mechanical life. And if you're ever feeling lost, take a moment to review the ship's map. Whoa. Well, okay, Ninja Chapter had a map. Press minus to display a map of the Cogito Ergo Sum. If you are ever unsure where to go or how to get there, refer to the source. Cogito Ergo Sum. Wasn't that, I mean, it's Latin, but wasn't that, what's his name? Descartes' proclamation? I think, therefore I am. Or like, I think, therefore I exist, maybe? I didn't actually look at the map. There's something I can test first, I suppose. Here's our map. Yeah, and the little room we're in flashes. For duty module, or wellness module, the medical bay, and cryogenic stasis room. So that's where everybody sleep. All the private quarters. Yoshiyuki Kato, the reserve module. So there is only 5. The military passenger is one of the 5, perhaps. Kirk Wells, Rachel Klein, captain's quarters, and Huey Trumbull. The recreation room. Okay, I mean, that's easy enough. Let's, I guess, go back to Kato's room? I mean, the radar will probably point me, but... Can I go this way? Elevator, huh? Oh, we get 3 levels. Airlock, cargo hold. I suppose that's the elevator? There are 2 elevators. Okay, I see. Main computer room, which doesn't look connected to the rest. Where is A? Maybe the medical bay? Maybe the interface room moves down? Or has a ladder? Private storage. Little bits of passageway and the bridge. Well, we don't need to go through the elevator. I know the radar is pointing me one way, but let's see where we can go. He's not back here. I kind of already looked in there too. I like that the game has very little audio going on right now, right? There's just like a quiet hum. Can't go into the captain's quarters. Private quarters. Captain Horror. Do not have access to these private quarters. Relaxation module. Recreation room. Okay, neat. What all can we examine? Coffee machine, faucet. Climate control system is operational. For now. May or may not continue, right? This is the other elevator? Yeah. Countdown to... I'm afraid I can't do that, right? There you are. Found you. I'm gonna do a cute little dance.
Good.
I found you.
You made it. Now it's time for you to meet your fellow crew members.
Who have no idea I'm
You'll
going to
find
be
the
here.
Cryogenic stasis pods. We use them to put humans into cold sleep to preserve resources during long trips into space.
I mean, that's
Little
good.
one?
That makes sense.
I have a very important job for you. I want you to head inside and wake up your new friends. You can do it.
Can you not? And I don't mean that in the, like, offensive speaking down to him way, but, like, why me? Aren't they going to be surprised by me? Cryogenic stasis unit hums softly. Information concerning the registered occupant is displayed on a nearby screen. Reserve unit. A single button flashes on the console. Press button. Good morning. You're clearly the military dude. Oh. No, not that. Speak. He does not wish to talk to me. Huey Trumbull, Chief Mate, Head of Cargo. Open says cube. Ohio. Yeah, I think Kato should probably be in the room while I'm doing this. Information concerning the registered document is displayed. Rachel Klein, signaler. Single button flashes. Open up. Good morning, Rachel. Well, I'm very glad I identified that as like a lady laying on her side. What is this? It hums softly. Kirk Wells. Single button. Push button. Good morning. We don't get to talk to him.
Thank you, little one. I appreciate the help.
What does everyone have to say about that, Kato?
Good morning, my friends.
Can Cube even speak? He can clearly recognize language. Nice, they can all walk.
Finished your pet project?
It's kind of a Samus lookalike, huh?
Indeed. They have even taken a name for themselves.
Cube. Of course he's not going to say it.
Hello, my name is Rachel. Looking forward to working with you.
Cube.
Nice to meet you, buddy. Name's Kirk.
What's up, Kirk?
Rise
Are
and
you-
shine, Huey. We've been on ice long enough.
Show us
5
what you
more
got.
minutes.
Mind giving Sleeping Beauty here a swift kick to get him up and moving?
Do you really want me to go assault a human? As one of my first actions? Nudge, nudge. At least I didn't actually boot them.
Gog, you dingus. I'll thank you again for not kicking a blissfully sleeping man's pillow. I'm sure we had this conversation before.
Hello.
What the? What is that thing?
It's only right for
Easy
one
there,
person to freak
Huey.
out, right?
You're still coming out of cryo. As for the new addition, it's that bot Kato's been working on forever.
Huh? Oh, bot. Gato's bot. Right, that project of his. He got it up and running.
I feel like we've had this voice actor in a couple of other chapters too, right? But yeah, I'm up and running.
Hello there. I'm Huey.
Nice to meet you, Huey. Oh my god, he's big.
Darth.
Corporal Darth? Darth? Come
arrested.
on.
Hardly. If anyone actually feels better coming out of cryo, I've yet to meet them.
I think that's probably fair,
Guess what,
actually.
Corporal? Kato finally finished the bot he was working on. Let's introduce you.
Never mind that. Let's dispense with the formalities.
A military dude saying dispense with the formalities?
Tell me, though, do you intend to let your clank have the run of the ship?
I mean, sure. You gotta be like... What do you even call that? Robo-assist?
If so, then I expect you to see that it does not get underfoot, and to discipline it if it does. If there is nothing else, then I will go on ahead to the recreation room and prepare for the briefing.
Well, that's a military guy for you, I suppose. Active, right? I like that
That's
the
a
little
military
Hal
name
eye
for you.
glowed.
All business.
Real piece of work, huh?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have actually let him on the ship. Pro tip. If he's the only military person here...
Right, of course.
Hierarchies like that can work, but when you have just like a bunch of civilians and engineers and stuff, and then one military person asserting themselves, that's gonna breed tension.
The customary briefing after waking the crew. You should join us in the recreation room too. Don't worry about the corporal. He'll warm to you in due time.
We'll see. I'll put up with him
It's
for
as
now.
if you actually see it as one of us. But I suppose that's just your way.
Oh,
Might as well,
do
right?
you think so?
If you have robots, and they're totally robots, but they're conscious and have their own thoughts and their own will, then that robot is effectively a person. Let's see, recreation room. Quickest to go up and around, I think. I didn't see anything from that loading screen except redacted. There you are, Cube. Yeah. No sign of the captain. He's usually such a stickler for punctuality. Is he perhaps in the bridge?
Hmm? Oh, you must be interested in my book. Would you like to read it?
Sure. Might as well. Well, thank you. The Dawn of the Space Age.
It was written by humans long, long ago. I've always enjoyed these older
What's up, Tiberian?
stories.
How's it
They have
going?
an earnestness, an adventurous spirit that speaks to me.
Says the guy who's practically terrified of his own shadow.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a setup, huh?
It must sound strange to you, seeing as how you were born on this ship, so to speak. I think you should learn as much as you can. Expand your horizons.
Generally a good idea. This bot is literally less than a day old, though, and you're all, like, coming out of cryosleep.
Take a look around the
On
ship,
the ship
and see
that
if anything interests you.
Has some xenobiological life on it.
Don't just rely on humans to teach you either. Experiment. Try to
Hint,
do things
hint.
on your own.
Just made mint chocolate milkshakes. They're way too thin. Aw. I mean, that still sounds tasty, but I totally get where you're coming from. You don't really want your milkshake to be watery. Even if not
Otto,
watery,
does
just
this
too thin.
bot of
Still,
yours
good
have
flavor.
any
I'm a fan of
unique
mint chocolate.
abilities or talents?
Do
Well,
I have any unique
no.
talents?
Not as such. But they do have the capacity to process data and develop skills. Such as... why don't I teach you how to prepare coffee?
So I can learn, which is good.
Come with me, little one. I'll show you how to use the machine.
I knew it was a coffee machine. It's very, very aliens of you. Just push the button. It's simple enough. I don't have hands, but I'm perfectly capable of pushing buttons so far. Coffee machine sits atop the counter, expectant. Not that I can drink coffee. It's fun to describe the machine as expectant, though. Oh, I do have hands. My ears are kind of hands. See? Corporal, lieutenant, whoever you are, private. I'm useful. Well, would you look at that? Mind if I have a taste? You wanted to make milkshakes with Starlight mints and vanilla ice cream, but Walmart was out of vanilla. Really? I guess vanilla is pretty popular. Bit bitter. I don't know. I haven't gotten ice cream from Walmart in a while. I usually go for their slightly different flavors, like mint chocolate chip or cookie dough or a couple of other things. But also usually when we get ice cream, we go to Brahms, which is kind of like a local place. I think they've spread out a little bit, but they started here. Wait, I just told the machine to make coffee. How is it my fault that it turned out a little too bitter?
This retro game is my latest obsession.
You've been out of cryosleep for minutes, and you're over here playing games. Kirk, you've made more progress in a shorter period of time than any other player to date. Skill and dedication are impressive.
Straight. You want to give it a go?
I guess. Game inside a game. Retro game inside a retro game. Captain Square. Oh, this was put up by Squaresoft, of course. It's Capcom, but Capsqua. You can interact with the arcade machine in the recreation room to play the Captain Square Retro video game. Okay. What is it? Woof. That's intentionally old for the time. Mercury. Is this a shmup? I haven't made milkshakes in a really long time. I really like smoothies. Oh, it's combat from the rest of the game. I'm a big fan of, like, fruit and peanut butter smoothies. Or, like, blueberry. Good stuff. During battle as Captain Square, you can select quit game to stop playing and resume the Kagado Ergo Sum storyline. Maybe there's just not combat in the Kagado Ergo Sum chapter. If you have a memory card in your possession, you can save your progress and resume from the last stage. However, if you do not, you'll have to start from the beginning. So we'll find an item that we can just use with this little game. I mean, that's a lot of Quark Sword. I might actually have a very hard time cutting anything with quarks, but let's go ahead and try it. Oh, they moved out of the way, though. Ah, but they're big enough to still get hit. Okay.
Yes.
That's maybe a little bit... Maybe a little bit something closer to what you could do with quarks. Pion Bomb. P-Ion Bomb, maybe. Detonated advanced bomb to vaporize enemies. Extended charge time required. Oh, we're going to go long before that. Do something that doesn't require like a lot of charge time, which is not much actually. A tachyon sword. You're a fan of smoothies too, but the ingredients are expensive? Yeah, a little. You need to get like bags of frozen fruit and, you know, like soy milk or almond milk. I mean, ice is cheap, but best if you can use crushed ice. And then, yeah, peanut butter, or if you want to put any, like, supplements in there, because it's really good if you put, like, soy or whey protein. Or if you want to get, like, you can do caffeine powder, just a tiny amount of it. Stuff like that is really, really good. I feel like I'm just describing a Jamba Juice. But yeah, it takes fruit for sure. Well, most of that missed. Seems like quite a lot. Boom.
Stage clear.
Stage clear. No experience for Cube. Next stage. Let's be done with this for now. I feel it probably doesn't affect. Okay, that's cute. Maybe Cube's not a big fan of combat. But yeah, okay.
Not cut out for it after all, huh? Let me give you some advice. You can't always be aggressive. Pay attention to your enemies and how their attacks work.
Okay. Maybe there will be combat. And he's gonna jump right back in. Kirk is really good at this game. All the chocolate chips are sinking to the bottom. Ooh, that would be... Hey, fuck you, Darth. That would be a problem with something that's like really, really thin. You could add, I mean, if you want to like try and reblend it, you could just add more ice cream to it. Or just a bunch of ice and then don't really blend it up entirely. But it's not really a milkshake anymore, right?
Please, there's no need to get so upset.
For real. The one military dude.
You people
Who could have
no
imagined he would have been an
idea what
asshole?
These things are capable of. But I do. I've seen it.
I've seen warbots. Oh, you already drank all of it.
I don't know about any of that, but I'm sure it's got nothing to do with this one.
Yeah, we don't know what your history is, Darth. You're also like the passenger on the ship, so maybe ease up a little. I mean, I haven't made smoothies or milkshakes in a really long time. That sounds pretty good. Are you gonna get physical with the human crew too? You clearly want to. This dude's aggressive. Who could have seen that coming?
Hey, it's the captain.
He looks like a space captain from a 1980s game.
I apologize for keeping you all waiting. Matters with our contacts on Earth demanded my full attention. So, what is the status of our crew?
It's fair enough, I suppose.
Everyone is present and accounted for, sir.
Good.
We also have a bot thing.
What is that thing over there?
Ah, that would be the robot I've been working on, sir.
Cube.
Fully operational, I see. You'll have to permit me a closer look later. Right then.
Absolutely.
Everything appears to be in order, so that will be all.
So when do things go wrong? Is this a slow burn? We're gonna have like a full
For
first
brief
third of it.
now.
It's just like, yeah, people on a ship.
Spent most of the time gaming and waiting for it to begin and end just like that.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, let's be glad that there's nothing wrong or no emergencies yet. I'm sure Darth is just waiting for that. Can't wait to see him go.
Oh, Kato, if you want to get a look, come down to the cargo hold.
At the behemoth? Oh, of course.
It's a
That would be wonderful.
behemoth?
Ah, but first I need to perform a brief inspection of the main computer. I'll
I
head
knew it
downstairs
was
afterwards.
a quadruped.
Ah, you must be wondering. This is a transport freighter. And as usual, we've been tasked with making a delivery. Anyway,
Makes
if you
sense.
like, you can use the elevator to come and join me. The main computer is on level 3, and the cargo hold is on level 1.
So you're going to level 3 first. I guess we are closest to the elevator up this way. If I go talk to Darth, especially now that it's just the two of us, is he going to punch me again? I mean, maybe he's got a history with being attacked by bots or something like that. He's going to... Oh. I was like, he's going to come for me first, actually. That's okay. I'm pretty alright with the military guy. I mean, it's stereotypical, but pretty okay with the military guy not being like the only one that doesn't like me. At least everybody else is fine. Level 3, please. Please, friend computer. That 100% looks like Hal in every room. Where do we... How do I get to the... Oh, A's right in the middle. Okay, that's easy. What's your favorite type of milkshake? I haven't had one in a really long time.
I'm glad you came, little one.
I was always a fan of kind of like more tart smoothies, but also like banana blueberry peanut butter is super good.
I'd like to introduce you to someone. Though this isn't the first time, I suppose.
What's the computer's name? Is it Hal or maybe Pal? It is a pleasure to meet you again, Cube. I am the artificial intelligence tasked with overseeing the various functions of this vessel. And what is your name?
A 10th generation AI, to be precise. We named them Decimus.
Decimus? That's like asking for trouble.
Decimus doesn't just look after the ship's systems, though. They look after the crew as well.
Are they about to decimate the crew?
Now then.
Why Decimus?
This
You
module
just like
appears to
strawberry
be in
banana
working
mostly? I
order.
mean, that's super classic. It's hard to beat, though. I really like throwing in a little bit of, like, raspberry
Looks
on
like
top
my
of
work
that.
here is finished. Time to visit the cargo hold. Would you like to come along?
Oh, that was very, very quick work. I guess he finished it before we actually went in there and, like, got our introduction. Yay! Fast travel to the cargo hold. Is this where we are holding the behemoth? Let's maybe not go in, actually. Okay, it's large. Jesus.
This is the priceless cargo we're transporting.
That's... Looks like Final Fantasy's Shote, but wolffish.
Beautiful. Don't you think?
I mean, it's very pretty. I love the green-purple. The, like, blue-green purple. Here's the robot I invented. Murderbot. Yeah, that
So
would
long as you
strike
admire it from a distance.
military man Darth pretty, the wrong way, right?
Even the most exquisite rose handled without care.
So
will
far, it just seems
bleed
like he
you with
built
its
it-
thorns.
He built Cube from a kit.
And this particular rose has two massive ones, in case you haven't noticed.
I noticed the giant horns. It probably also has fangs and claws. And if it's
Hey,
green...
can you two come to the bridge?
Something wrong?
Got some comms trouble by the look of it. I could use a hand here.
Okay, well, you are the comms officer, I suppose.
Warp speed.
Why Huey?
Look all you like. I don't care, but do remember that this is military property. My responsibility. And I do not take it lightly.
Okay. Well, I
Yes.
mean, he is the passenger, so maybe the
course.
military contracted them to, like, transport it. It's kind of weird it's not aboard a
We were
military
just
vessel,
leaving,
though.
actually. Kato, there's a section of wiring just outside the cargo hold I need you to check for me.
Understood.
Thank you, engineer. They named the military dude Darth. And the main computer terminal is Decimus.
You again. I better not catch you fiddling with that console.
I just wanted to look at it. Behemoth observational records. Visual log, audio log. Yeah, it's got hooves. Also, is that a log or just being able to look through it? Audio log. Well, yeah, okay. It doesn't sound too, like, super hostile. Since his name ends in E, it's technically pronounced with a voiced th, like bath, bathe, or like bathe. Even with the R in there? I think someone said Darth out loud, but that would make sense. I think we're going up, but... Huh. Okay. So, like, Darth? Wait, bathe? Dave, Darth? Darth instead of Darth? I gotcha. Right into the bridge. Oh, okay. Immediately fixed. Still, that's very, very close to Darth. And he's the only aggressive one. Darth. Okay. Oh, we have to wait for the elevator to keep moving. It is kind of cool that the, like, number above the door changed. Let's go to level 3 and check out what's going on the bridge. There's a communications issue. Maybe caused by the alien. Darth. I guess that makes sense. I've got a friend named Xanth. Xanth? Then, maybe? Voice actors are probably pronouncing it incorrectly because they were just guessing. I mean, maybe. The game has a lot of different sectors, and... I don't know, people are kind of... There's been chapters, I think, where, like, maybe the voice actors weren't actually coordinated with each other, and I think people have previously pronounced names slightly differently. So that very well could be.
And you checked the sub-antennas?
I did, and they're fine. It's a Watanabe hypercaster, made in Japan and everything. The main and sub-units are designed to function independently, so one going down shouldn't necessarily affect the other.
Like, you can tell some people are clearly from different places and have different accents, and some people are putting on accents at the same time, right? Follows the same rules as F, like scarf becomes scarves. Makes sense. Can't put my finger on it. I've seen all kinds of problems before, but this is different. We're receiving inbound transmissions without issue, but outbound transmissions are another story. Maybe the alien has like a weird field thing to it. Maybe the military dude did something to our communications. Yeah, English has always been really weird for me. Like, I am usually pretty okay with pronunciation and like flow and building a sentence, but one, I'm bad at like doing a lot of run-on sentences, and there's a lot of rules borrowed from other languages, right? So little things like that, you go with like a Latin or a Greek plurality, you know? Sometimes you just make stuff up in English, which is not actually following the rules, but people get it.
What did the captain have to say?
Still,
Continue
that
your
makes sense to me.
investigation and get back to me when you have more information. We'll settle on a plan then.
And you checked the sub...
I did. It's a Watanabe hype. The main and sub-unit...
Did I not talk directly to Rachel? I can't put my finger on it. I've seen all kinds of problems before, but this is different. No, I definitely talked to her. And you. Can I examine a thing? This isn't what the flag says on the radar, but... Well, English is my first language, but that doesn't mean everybody who lives around me and where I grew up speaks it correctly, you know? So languages are fun, and I like them, but... And learning bits of, like, Spanish, German, French, Latin, Russian, Italian, and now tiny bits of Japanese, it kind of helps highlight different rules. You see how things work differently and are constructed differently. With English, most notably, like, any one of the regular Romance languages we study, and German, it's really easy to highlight the differences between those and then how things should be properly built. And I have an aunt who is really used to be really kind of stuffy about language. So that's where I get probably like a lot of my proper speak. But also most of the people that I like have lived with, well, a lot of people that I live with don't have English as a first language, and others did not grow up with an aunt like that. My little radar is pointing me like right here, but all I can do is speak to people. Did I not speak to Kirk? I thought I spoke to
Wait
Kirk.
and see, huh? The whole system could fail before he's ready to take action.
Maybe not.
What a horrible thought.
The system has already effectively failed if we can only receive transmissions from Earth. As it stands, we can no longer exchange information with them.
Certainly, I can't actually speak any other languages like English. Earth languages.
We can only hope they have surmised our situation
I want to stay in
from our
character.
silence.
But
Sounds like an excuse. I'm heading
I
outside.
think that's a
to
pretty
perform
good one.
an
Either,
on-site
you know,
inspection
English or
of the array.
Chinese is probably a good first language to learn. English being more used everywhere.
Something probably came loose or got knocked out of position. Should be easy to fix once I get a good look at it.
First person going outside of the ship.
There's no talking him out of it now, so we may as well try and back him up. Are you up for a spacewalk, Kato?
Yes, of course.
Rachel, I'll go with him to the airlock to assist with preparations. I'll come back afterwards so we can monitor from the bridge.
You just bought a flash drive? Good, good. Yeah, you'll have to format one to be like an install drive, like we talked about previously, but that should
so close to home. The last
totally
thing we
allow
need
you to
right
do it.
now is to spend time alone together, just the two of us.
Yes? What is it?
Captain, sir, I wish to update you on the comms issue.
Hmm.
Kirk and Kato are going to head outside and perform an on-site inspection of the array.
I see. Very good.
I mean, it makes sense, right? I think that's a good idea. I don't know if we need it, like,
What's gotten into him?
3 people going out there. Kirk seemed pretty normal. But yeah, having 2 flash drives, you'll be able to keep whatever information you need and make one a boot drive. And that should be all you need, really. This looks like a little extra door, right? I bet you things are going to go south. And we'll have to go through, like, maintenance hazards and such. Where are we going to go out on a spacewalk? Doesn't really show me precisely where I need to go here. Wait, airlock. Where would you like to go? Level 1, please. Yeah, the last several installations I did were all through flash drives. So that should work. At least give you like a smooth base installation. There's plenty that can go wrong or get annoying in the process.
Stop
What
it!
the hell?
Please! This is neither the time nor place!
Why are you two fighting?
You
All of
and
a
your
sudden.
holier than thou attitude.
I expected this from Darth, not from Kirk. Yeah, that's right, Cube.
Stay out of it, Bod.
All I wanted you to do was stop
There
fighting.
you go again, losing your temper, hurting others.
Got it all figured out, huh?
Damn, I was just shit-talking him, but where's Darth when you need him?
Your problem is you can't take a joke. Always so damn serious. You're exhausting. It's a miracle Rachel humored you as long as she did.
Oh,
We're leaving.
of course.
Try not to get sucked out the hatch when we go. Be a real shame that...
Man,
Are you alright?
we're like not that far away from Earth. Why do you gotta keep escalating things? Okay. So it makes sense. We've only got 2 going outside. And Huey will be letting them out and back in. Be careful, please. I guess Cube is just not going to talk, even though it seems to understand language. We already had a chapter where no one had language. It's kind of interesting to play as another character that can't speak, but you would figure they'd, like, if he can understand language, he could talk. Maybe not. Might just not have any audio stuff for it. Hey, they're moonwalking already. They're not tethered to anything. I hope they've got little jets on them, on their packs. All right, airlock sealed.
I'm sorry you had to see that. People are...
Yeah, why did that happen?
a bit more complicated than machines, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends on the machine. People are really, really complicated, no doubt. But if you're talking about personality and mentality and such, a robot could be just as complicated. I guess let's go back to floor 3. This is just cargo, right? Yeah, let's go back to floor 3 and talk with Rachel. See if they can communicate anything from outside. Hopefully Kirk's problems are just with Huey and not Kato. I kind of like... I've really, really, really liked the BGM throughout a lot of this game. I kind of like that this chapter so far, outside of the little video game we could play, is like just atmospheric mechanical hum, right? And that really lends to the atmosphere. Okay, not Rachel then. Huey, what do you got?
Rachel, they're in position.
Understood.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
What am I doing? What can I even see from this panel?
Commencing operation. Kato, you need to access the administrator controls. Switch the system to maintenance mode.
Oh my god, remote tech support.
Inputting code. Whiskey Alpha, Tango Alpha, November Alpha, Bravo.
Watanabe.
Kirk?
Kirk, do you copy?
Loud and clear. Everything's fine.
You sure?
Huh? I can't.
Kirk?
Kirk? Kirk!
What's happening?
What is happening?
Kirk, respond!
There was no description there.
Someone
What's going
talk to
on?
me!
Kato, what's going on?
But there's something wrong with this suit!
Oh, now we get some music.
We're coming in!
I'll prep the med bay and meet them at the airlock.
I'm coming too.
Move. Stopped being able to respond.
I have it under control, Rachel. Don't worry. I'm sure Kirk is fine. He's as tough as they come.
Is there any reason why both of you can't do it, though?
Just stop it! I need to be there for him.
Was there like a weird auto-tune thing going on? I heard, I need to be there for him. There was like a wobble. I don't know, maybe that was just the voice actors trying to be like panicked. But it sounded like the wobbly meme filter, right? Where's medbay? Floor 2. But do we go to floor 2 or floor 1 first to see them back in the airlock? Like, did something get him on the outside, or was there already something wrong with him, right? Because it'll be very alien if there was something already wrong with him before he got in his suit. Tag is emblazoned with the name Yoshiyuki Kato. Okay, so Kato left his suit. I'm clearly supposed to go to medbay then. What is this BGM even trying to say? It's like a really upbeat version of someone sneaking around. He's purple and not fully out of his suit. Darth, remove the suit. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Rapid heartbeat. If that's a heartbeat. What do we see, medbay? Of course he's oh. That's super bad. Of course he's purple, though. All the other bosses in the game have had, like, big purple energy. And whenever they die, big purple clouds of energy. Why is it out here in space, though? Yeah, okay, CPR. He got by the Odo. What's the Odo version in this chapter? And what's it even doing here? It was always, like, rummaging around the surface.
Kirk! Don't leave me!
He looks like he's in a pretty bad way, Rachel. I'm sorry. But, like, things are looking not great. You do not want your heart monitor to look like that.
Where's the captain? Hey.
He's not in the bridge.
Ah, yes. Right. I'll go and get him.
Got our, like, little disinfectant room over here. It's nice that medbay's quarantined. Right? Yeah. Good touch. Tag emblazoned with the name Kirk Wells. Kirk's body lies motionless in the bed. Devoid of life and energy and possibility. Almost childlike in his vulnerability. Skin grows paler by the moment, as if color is desperate to flee the empty vessel. Those are some slightly deep thoughts for a bots who was just born like a couple hours ago. What's the speculation on purple, guys? Well, there's never really been, like, a bunch of enemies that were purple or anything like that, but the boss of every chapter has been some variation on the name Odo, and they've always had an evil purple smoke energy about them. So that's kind of like the tie-in through everything so far. And I know there's one chapter after this, after you finish all of the initial 7 ones. So I don't really know what that's going to reveal. I just know they all, so far, have tied in to having an evil purple boss of some time. Like, the prehistoric chapter had a big T-Rex with, like, a horn coming out of the middle of its face that was just named Odo. The Western one had almost like a... And it was like a very classic Western type of chapter, except the end of it was almost... What's that anime? It was almost like Fist of the North Star in style. It was a huge, like, bigger, or maybe even Trigun, like, bigger than life muscled guy who carried around a chain gun, and his name was Odio. The near future boss was like an evil spirit that inhabited a giant bird statue, and we had to fight with a giant robot, and it was named, I think, Odiodo. the like ninja chapters boss was kind of like a Nobunaga style guy named Odo Io, maybe Odio Io. So something around Odo or Odio has always been the naming scheme, and they've always had big purple energy, and whenever you kill them, they always fade away, kind of Final Fantasy style, but with like purple smoke and energy coming off of them. So, and even in the Wild West one, it was super weird. It's like the name builds as time goes on. Yeah, very much. The ancient prehistory one was the most basic version of the name, and then it either kind of like fit the era or just got bigger as time went on. For sure. And so another little bit is at the end of the Western chapter, you like defeated the guy, and instead of kind of vanishing in a cloud of purple smoke, the energy that came off of him just turned into like a sickly looking pale purple horse and ran off. So it's never been defeated, it just leaves after a while. It goes somewhere else. So this guy becoming purple is a very, very bad sign that maybe he's been possessed by the boss. But also that alien we found had the purple horns, even though it was mostly green. So we'll see.
Was the result of a defective life support system.
I mean, potentially.
A preventable death caused by negligence.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. But wouldn't he be more like bluish gray at this point?
I triple-checked the suits beforehand. Shouldn't have been possible for it to just up and fail like that.
Is that so?
Oh no, Kirk and Huey had...
Then perhaps we must consider the possibility that it was not an accident.
Right.
But the intended outcome.
I wouldn't say I understand the common thread.
I sure hope not.
An explosion, perfect timing. Every boss enemy has clearly been like bloodthirsty. They've been very odious, I would say. Always way more, yeah, just like bloodthirsty and hateful and angry and combative than everybody around them. But so far, the only common thread that I can really see is like there's an evil spirit going about. And so far, it's been around for forever. It's kind of hard to explain why it would be up in space, especially if it got him while he was out in space instead of before.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I tried
Though if it got him
repeatedly
before,
to contact him, but he wouldn't respond.
The captain didn't respond. Like, it would make sense if it got him before why Huey and Kirk here were angry at each other. Kirk could just be more aggressive than he normally would have been. But because he was possessed by the thing, but it hadn't fully manifested yet. But also, that could just be totally explained away by some love triangle thing with Rachel in the middle of it. You're fighting the same boss in all time periods? Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It seems to be the same boss spirit that we never defeat, and it keeps moving on. Which is kind of why I saved this for the last chapter, even though there's one after this, but it takes place in the Middle Ages, and that's really all I know about the final chapter. Because this one is the furthest in the future, I was wondering if maybe we actually finally defeat something here, right? And then learn anything more. But so far, it's just been...
What kind of
yeah, the same boss, the same evil spirit that kind of gets kicked out of whatever person or thing it's possessing and then moves on and shows up later. So, like, that's very obvious, I think, from completing just 2 chapters. Because the names are incredibly similar. The purple glowy energy around the boss is very similar.
And I will go and check on my cargo.
But I have no idea what it is, aside from some evil spirit thing.
Look after Rachel, little one. She needs the company. Now more than ever. If something happens, you can find me on the bridge.
Okay, I'll go comfort the woman. But don't you think she's probably capable and working on something too? Maybe not. I would expect this to be, like, very, very Aliens influenced, right? Same observation as before. But I guess Rachel's not exactly a Ripley. I'm glad I'm not playing a biological thing. But that disinfection is still pretty nice. You need to go? Alright, later, Tiberian. I hope that extra flash drive helps, and you get things sorted with your Windows install. Thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. I will see you around. Red emergency lights are on. Music is gone. Do we go check on Darth, who will be down in level 1, looking at his cargo? I think I'm going to check on that first. Or the bridge. I mean, he told us to go check on Rachel, so I probably should go to Rachel first. But the flag was definitely pointing at the elevator, so if she's not in... Okay, she's up on level 3. I mean, they're all probably on the bridge right now, right? What are you doing in here, Darth? How's it going? Some very powerful individuals believe the specimen to be worth a fortune, an invaluable piece in the great game of nations. Of course, that's why you're transporting it. I mean, the same thing was true of Alien and Aliens, right? They wanted to get a sample back home so they could use it for research and as a weapon. So it only makes sense that Darth here wants to bring back this alien goat wolf for use in war research. I don't see Rachel anywhere.
Everything appears to be operating within normal parameters.
But we're still not getting any signals out, right? Probably. Oh no. Huey has problem.
I don't understand.
Main screen turn on.
The main antenna, it's gone. Because of the explosion just now?
Where was the explosion? I mean, it's pretty important to deal with. No Rachel, no Captain. Okay. Random plot gunshot number 1. Captain's not even alive. The computer's impersonating him.
At this rate, I'd be better off climbing into an escape pod and trying for Earth on my own.
You'd lose your sample, though. Which is why you're here at all. I don't know what to do. Think. No. What's gone on to the captain lately? He's always cared for the crew, done his best to keep us out of harm's way, prided himself on it. Other operations don't value the human element, but we do, which, ironically, goes against our basic instincts. I mean, that's a whole different operation. A whole different argument, rather. I think people caring for each other is actually quite inherent and natural. It's various other systems that have arisen around us that kind of say not as much, right? And Darth doesn't want to speak to us at all. Hey, how about some coffee? Maybe it'll help you relax and think. I was taught to do this. Yeah. Oh, thank you, but I don't need one right now. Maybe Huey does, though. Just trying to think. A little bit of caffeine. Maybe it won't be so bitter this time.
Oh.
Eh?
Thank you.
Thank you, Cube.
Right. Get yourself together.
Yeah. If you want to think and react to something like this, being collected is probably your best bet.
Captain!
Hello, Captain. What do you got?
Sir, are you still in your quarters?
Little sus we haven't seen him in person.
Well, anyway, there's been an accident. And Kirk? I'm afraid Kirk is dead.
What? Really?
Yeah, really?
That's most unfortunate. This situation merits an appropriate response. He will be dearly missed. See to the preparations. I will make sure to attend.
Wait, Captain!
That's it?
Your
Talking
captain
about-
is a man of remarkable composure. He remains calm and collected, even after being told one of his crew has died tragically.
Which is a good thing, but what are you getting at? And yeah, that was his immediate
Seems
reaction.
I have work to attend to at the airlock.
I suppose I could go and look around in Kirk's quarters, see if he had any prized possessions. Something to put in the casket.
Who's investigating the explosion,
That's
though?
thoughtful of you. By all means, please.
I mean, I assume Rachel is, I guess, in her room, if she wasn't on the bridge. And it's nice that we're caring after the dead. Cube is learning a lot today. I could go play a game, but we're not going to do that. Where is Rachel's quarters? One below. Can I go into the captain's quarters? Is it left or right? It's left here. Private quarters? Captain Orr. Do not have access to these private quarters. Yeah, here we can go check on Rachel. Private quarters. Kirk Wells. Oh, register occupant. Kirk has regrettably passed away. To facilitate the collection and disposal of his personal effects, access restrictions have been lifted. However, regulations stipulate that a record of all entrants will be maintained. Oh, sure. Cube. Profile confirmed. You have been granted access. Let me check on Rachel first. Private quarters. Rachel Klein. Entry to private quarters is subject to approval by Rachel. To proceed, please input your name. Makes sense. No. Does Rachel approve? Profile confirmed. Rachel has granted you access. How are you doing, Rachel? Let's check on you first. You've got a suit. Is that Kirk's suit? It's maybe not the best idea, actually. Kirk, my love, I know he would never leave me. Actually, examining the suit is a pretty good idea. Tag is emblazoned with a name, Kirk Wells. Holographic photo frame. A golden-haired woman clings to the arm of a familiar-looking man. It's Rachel and Kirk, probably. Message is displayed on the screen. Multi-X draft. Hey, Mom, I hope you're doing well. I'm planning on... Next time I visit, I was thinking of bringing... I met a guy. The unfinished, unsent message ends. Seems like she was just in the middle of multiple drafts, right? None of those were complete. An adorable toy reminiscent of a Terran bear. A red ribbon is tied around its neck. Roger? Roger doesn't have a ribbon. Never mind. Might have a tie, though. Local message 01, Cinder Kirk Wells. Hey, got time to talk? Meet me on the bridge at 3:30. Oh, 3:30, I suppose. Thanks for earlier. I'm happy you feel the same. Can't wait to get back to Earth and take that trip together. That's rough, buddy. Damn. I feel pretty bad for Rachel. Not that things were going very well between everybody, right? But a wide assortment of awards for both athletic and academic achievements. All are gold. Please input password. I'm gonna guess Rachel. Rachel. Huh? Huh? Well, that's not it. The only other thing I know to input is my name. Denied. Somnopathic wellness bed. Same as before. A man and woman stand shoulder to shoulder and smile broadly for the camera. What do you think, Darth? Burial in space, huh? There is comfort, at least, in having the opportunity to mourn. Yeah, that's one thing. What do we have here? A book? The Warp Drive. Science fiction or reality? Ah, this would explain a lot. Like that expression he was so fond of when time was short. Warp speed. As if saying it made it possible. Made it real. We should leave this here. Rachel would be most upset if anyone else touched it. I mean, there's something to say for kind of willing things into existence, but... That's just about everything we can inspect in that room. Where to now? Back to the bridge? Let's check out the bridge first. The commander is in his quarters. The captain's in his quarters. Darth is not looking at the alien, which is a very cool Final Fantasy looking alien. We're clearly supposed to go back down to floor 1? Maybe you could go talk to the computer. Wait, the screen is not red anymore. Watanabe Hypercaster Communication System. Performing diagnostic of Unit 01 main antenna. Not found. Unit is non-functional. Performing diagnostic of Unit 02 sub-antenna. Unit is non-functional. All radio frequencies unusable. Unable to broadcast at this time. Can't get a message out. We can maybe receive them still. Isn't the computer on this level, though? Yeah. I know I'm supposed to go down. But let's go see friend computer first. Oh. Main computer room. Entries restricted when an authorized user is not present. That's fair. I'm authorized to wander around the ship, but not go speak to the computer. Darth would be very happy with that. But why go down to floor 1? Hey, here's something I haven't checked. Still no combat. Only settings and inventory. And I have nothing in my inventory. Huey, what do you got? I guess he did say he was coming down here to inspect the airlock. How's it looking? How did it come to this? I never liked the man, far from it. But never, not even once, did I wish he was dead. Never. Tag is in place with the name Yoshiki Kato. Rachel Klein. Kirk's suit is with Rachel. Huey Trumbull. Whore Bishop. His name Bishop. He's Yutani Wayland. TDF 04486X XR. That is different. TDF. Is maybe Darth his middle name? Let's go back to level 2. Check on the people in Kirk's room and Rachel. Right, probably one of those two. Unless they've moved on to the bridge. No. Wait, are they over in Medbay? Is the flag pointing me towards Medbay? Can I still not enter... That's not it. Enter? Can I still not enter Captain's Quarters? Do not have access to these private quarters. What's going on in that room? What's he building in there? Right? Wait, isn't this Rachel's room? It's closed now? It's closed now. She's no longer there. Maybe she went back to the medical facility. Nothing new with either of you two. Well, poo. We go do the medical room. Rachel, what are you doing? Oh, no. That's bad. Rachel, what are you doing? You can't just be, like, so racked by grief that you took his body. Well, okay, no, you know what? They're prepping him for a funeral. So actually the body missing should be normal, right? But I walked in and immediately looked through the glass like, it's gone. And the music started playing, which is perhaps a bad sign. Hey, you two. Someone has already moved his body. Coming in? The body's missing. I can communicate with them. We just get, like, kind of silent protagonist treatment, right? Cube is able to communicate, but we don't get to see their dialogue.
What the hell is going on here?
We need to talk to Rachel, because either she took it, and that's pretty weird, or it got up and walked off. And that's not great.
I'd like to know
That's
as
a
much
lot
as
worse.
you would. Wait, where is Rachel? Did no one contact her?
Darth
Why
knows.
isn't she here?
Hey, Garbage. Howdy. How's it going? I'm in the middle of a kind of aliens situation, maybe. It's just starting to get going. Oh, Rachel totally took the body. Okay, well, good. That means it didn't get up and walk off on its own.
Kirk, my love.
You are... This lady's maybe a little broken right now.
Still catching up on sleep, are we?
No, he's super dead. Look at him.
That's fine. I'll have some fresh baked cookies ready for you soon. That ought to get you out of bed.
Doing good? Binge watching Evangelion? Nice. Nice. That's... How far are you into it? That's a fun show. And by fun, I mean, woof. There's some really cool moments in it, and then there's some really, like, what moments in it. Knock, knock. Computer's not going to let us in. Episode 9. So you've seen one or two big fight scenes, right? The action in it's pretty cool for when it came out, huh?
Rachel! Rachel! What is this?
Don't you dare try to take him from me again.
He's gone, Rachel.
Oh, Huey. Clever little Huey.
Yeah, I think I know you've seen at least one combat with Eva Unit 01. There may be a main character you haven't met yet, and then, like, everybody else's motivations should be kind of up in the air. Evangelion gets a little wild.
If he was out of the picture, then it'd all go back to the way it was.
Gonna continue binge watching? Hey, man, have fun. Honestly, like, I encourage that. If you've never seen Evangelion before, it's totally worth a watch. It's a bit of a trip, and if you get to the end and you're like, what? There's a couple of things out there. There's like 2 movies that aren't even the rebuilds that you might want to check out. But I don't really want to say anything until you've seen all of it, or all of the original first series at least. Yeah, there's some, you're in for a ride. There's some really cool stuff and some really weird stuff with like little bits of comedy thrown in that feel kind of awkward, but I think that's how they're supposed to feel. So yeah, totally enjoy that. Evangelion's great. It's got great music. So far, Shinji, quiet blue hair. That's Rei Ayanami. Orange hair. Asuka Soryu Langley have been introduced. That's like the main 3. Those are basically your main characters. But then also, I would call like Masato a main character, and what's his name? Genji Akari, Shinji's dad. You've seen him, but maybe not heard much from him yet. I'd call him a main character, but those 3 that you just talked about definitely get the most screen time. Well, Masato might get more than Rei, but Rei's very important. And, oh, I forget her name, but like the blonde computer scientist that also works for Nerve is pretty important. And, like 3 other characters, 3 or 4 other characters. But those 3, Shinji, Rei, and Asuka, are definitely your main 3, for sure. I wasn't sure if you'd seen Asuka by episode 9 or not, but that's a solid 1/3 of the way through the series. So you've seen some stuff, and you've seen the threads of what will be even weirder later on. Like, what's up with Rei? I'm not going to say anything about it. But yeah, that's a very fun show. If a bad thing where you give every character nicknames instead of remembering their names. For example, we have a nerd with a camera. Yeah, I forget that guy's name too, but him and his friend, and they're both like Shinji classmates. I would solidly call them side characters. But they keep reappearing, right? They keep showing up every once in a while. Kind of to give you a glimpse of, like, peoples whose lives exist outside of the Nerve group. Oh no, Rachel thinks Huey tried to kill, or did kill Kirk here. I mean, Darth was also kind of suspicious of this. Huey's gonna keep saying he didn't do it, though, and he sounded like he didn't do it. Yeah, Evangelion gets wild, plot-wise. Call the purple-haired lesbian, not for any story reason, it's just the fact that you're a lesbian and think she's cool. She's pretty cool. Rei Ayanami. God, how do I... It's a little hard to talk about Rei without spoilers. I really like her as a character. But yeah, it's hard to say anything else. She seems very determined to pilot that giant robot, huh? There's a really, really good reason for that. And I don't think I can say anything else. Because the show definitely takes its time getting to her plot. Who she is and what she is and why she's driven the way she is, I guess is a better way of putting it. You've already seen probably the episode where Shinji gets into her apartment to, like, give something back to her. And she's just... I think... Maybe not. That's not even spoiling anything, really. They meet up outside of combat nerve stuff. But yeah, you get little bits and pieces of her as the show goes on. And then you have the movies that come later that kind of... There's one movie that's like a redo of the end, and then there's, I think, something else that still came out a long time ago, and then there's the rebuilds. I mean, I think... well, okay, yeah, I do like her for plot. I can't argue against that, absolutely. You just like her, period. She's pretty cool. I mean, not only does she have a great aesthetic, and she is a very determined pilot. The, like... Yeah, the plot and motivation reasons behind Rei and Ame and what's going on around her are pretty cool, and a big part of why I liked that show back when I first watched it. Man. Shinji and Ginji. Is it Ginji Akari? Gindo Akari, maybe? I think it might be Gindo Akari. This is Dad. There's some wild stuff going on in that show. I hope you thoroughly enjoy it. Plus, great music. The intro's really good. The outro is really good. The, like, combat music. The same dude who directed Evangelion? Ono somebody. I forget his full name. He did a Godzilla movie a little while back. And not only is it very apparent that he did this Godzilla movie and it's totally in his style, but he, like, straight up uses Evangelion combat music. Yeah, I'm like, it's hard for me to talk about that show without spoiling anything. Hi, Doggolino. What's up? We were just talking about Evangelion really briefly, but I don't want to spoil anything for Garbage because they're in the process of watching it for the first time. And I'm in the middle of playing my final chapter before the final chapter of Live Alive. Ciao! See you next time, Garbage. I appreciate you dropping by every time. So, yeah, we're here in the distant future chapter where Rachel has removed the body of Kirk from medbay and is now accusing Huey of sabotaging the suit, which is definitely something that Darth thought he may have done earlier. And that's not good for Huey. Oh no, what does friend computer have to say? Get out of there, Rachel, before Huey tries to stop you. I'm waiting for you outside the airlock. Don't worry about my body. Hurry, warp speed. Computer has been corrupted. That's not good.
Rachel, stop!
This is super bad. Super bad. No, I didn't want to examine the bed. I wanted to examine Kirk's body lies motionless in the bed, devoid of the same description as earlier. Hey, computer! Local network message 01. Same messages as before. We just got a message through the computer, through the comms, I suppose, posing as Kirk. So our alien friend, if that's the Odo of this chapter, has corrupted the computer. Let's go to level 1. Because that's where the airlock is, right? That's where the airlock and the alien is. I wonder if there are points in the story where you can go look at the alien, and it'll look way different based off of what's going on. It's definitely pointing me towards the airlock, though, right? But I want to look at the alien. What do you look like? We got some red lights up here. It's gone! Is it like door behind it open or something? That's not what I expected. That's a much more aggressive roar. It's like something's walking around in the walls. Oh no, I could have gone to the airlock. Oh no, I should have gone to the airlock. It's too late now. That's pretty good, actually. I didn't get to see anything in the airlock. Oh no. There would have been drama there. I hope they're all alive. Though probably not, right? That's unfortunate. Hey, I didn't capture you. What's that blue stuff splattered on the ground? Let's talk. Nah? Hey, it's open now. If you encounter the escaped behemoth while traversing the ship, run away as quickly as you can. If the behemoth catches you, the game will immediately end. There is no combat with the behemoth. Cool, it gets like a walk-around animation. And it's kind of slow for how big it is. Damn, it looks great, though. Get through the door, I dare you. Habitat unknown, but we picked it up from somewhere, so, like... Can it survive deep space? Hey, everyone.
What do you mean the behemoth is loose?
What do you think I mean?
Damn it!
What are you doing? Why would you do that? No, Kato, don't come this way. Kato. Ooh.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. That was super dangerous. Don't do that.
As far as I can see.
I'm glad that you actually treat Cube like a person, though. I appreciate it. Any robot with a consciousness.
Now, look me in the eyes and listen very carefully to what I have to say. We were all there in the med bay. We all saw Kirk. We all saw him on that bed and saw the system pronounce him dead.
Yeah. You know what? Thank you for being super level-headed about this, Darth.
Okay? You remember that, don't you? I know it's hard to accept, but he's gone. No matter how much you may want to believe otherwise, that's the truth.
Every once in a while, this game throws a nice twist in, like, the almost but not quite stereotypical plot it tries to tell. The like, what I would call classic, like in the Western chapter. And here we have Darth being, like, a shitbag military person. Oh, we've all seen Alien. We know how that turns out. Actually, this is pretty good.
You can take it from here, I trust. I need to check the cargo hold.
I would suggest not doing that. It's loose. Did you capture it by force earlier? 'Cause...
Thank you. We've had enough death for one day.
So maybe don't go to the cargo hold. Just maybe. Maybe open the door and look around and then immediately close it.
Darth here. The Clank was right. The container is empty.
He's still calling me a clank. He pronounces his name Darth. But Tiberian knows their stuff. I believe it's probably supposed to be pronounced Darth. Then again, my friend Xanth also spells it with an E at the end, and it's totally Xanth, and not Xanth.
And to make matters worse, the specimen appears to have escaped the cargo hold.
But maybe that's in like a hard consonant before the THE rather than a soft consonant, like an N instead of the R. Let's not compare hard and soft R's. I'm gonna keep saying Darth for now because I trust Tiberian. Make matters worse, the specimen appears to have escaped the cargo hold. How?
Keep your eyes peeled and be prepared to run.
Where did it have
Let's
to
regroup at the
go?
elevator near you and head to the upper levels.
Yeah, hopefully you're just right here, right? All 5 of us can make it out. Okay, good. And the Kirby music is still coming from the video game.
I'm sorry. I suppose I couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
It's just, it was all so sudden. One minute he was here, and then...
the galloping video game rhythm. Nada. Of course, we'll figure out a way to catch it soon enough. That beast will be back in its cage long before we land. You'll see. We don't even know what it can do. I mean, Darth might. I'm sorry. I suppose I couldn't accept it. It's just... same line she just read. Let's get more coffee. For... I don't know. Rachel this time? Not that, like, gulping down a bunch of caffeine would help you calm down. Okay. Would you like some coffee about it?
Oh, thank you. You've always been so kind to me.
These past several hours we've known each other.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, this is the captain. Everyone is doing well, I hope.
Have you not heard?
You are aware that a behemoth is currently prowling your decks, aren't you?
What? Really? That's most unfortunate.
Are you joking? It's a bloody catastrophe is what it is.
Yeah. Staying calm is good. Downplaying the situation, not so much
How
right
long
now.
do you intend to keep huddling in your quarters instead of coming out and taking charge of this situation?
I think Captain dead.
What? Really? That's
Yeah.
most unfortunate. What? Really? That's most unfortunate.
Computer, what's going on?
The behemoth's still out there. And so is Kirk. I can't let that thing hurt him.
No. He's gone.
Rachel!
Rachel!
No, you don't. Or are you that eager to die?
Wait, you're going to
Rachel and
stop
Huey,
Keto? You'd think sticking together would actually be the good idea right now, right? We can't just stick here. Well, I guess actually this is maybe the best place to stay for the next couple of weeks if we're just going to wait till we get to Earth. I can go check on them. Cube, no! Mustn't go outside, it's too dangerous. But, like...
I'm sorry.
We should
But
go...
I can't just abandon them.
Yeah. Good. You know what? Thank you, Kato. We should go after those two. They haven't gone very far. Probably. Oh.
Huey.
Well, it's up here now. It's definitely up here now. That's super bad. Was
Rachel.
the behemoth screwing with the computer and the communication arm, and the captain was already dead?
Is Rachel okay?
Or did maybe the beast not do this and it was
She's
it was
all right.
Kirk?
You don't need to worry about her. What were you thinking? Running after her like that. And now,
I mean, she ran off on her own. And
It's
we
okay, Gato. It's okay. I didn't really have a choice. I think. Even now. After everything.
I mean, that's fair, but there's our first real, like,
Rachel's
active
still
BGM.
alive. We need to move quickly.
yes, of course. We should take her back to the pods. Put her in cryo for now. She'll be safe there.
And unconscious, which might be for the best.
Little one, I have a very important mission for you. I need you to head to the interface room right away.
Okay.
Speak with Decimus. We need emergency access to the captain's quarters. I realize I'm asking you to put yourself at even greater risk in what is already a terrible situation. But there is no one else, little one. Only you. Everything will be all right. I have to believe that.
I mean, it's
We'll
looking
get through
pretty
this and make it
bad.
back
It's
home
looking
together.
pretty bad. But we'll see.
Right, let's move.
You're going to medbay. I'm going to the interface room on this floor, not the one up on level 3. Woo! Okay, so that thing can just kind of show up whenever, which is cool. Request received for emergency access code to the captain's quarters. Processing. Request approved. Nice. Generating override code. OAKFDE. 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 Beast? Maybe it went down. Oh shit, it's right behind me, isn't it? Damn, it went down. Medbay room, but okay, it's not gonna stay exactly where it was.
Thank heavens you're okay.
How does that thing get through the doors? The big rings in the hallways, sure. Well, maybe it can't come into the smaller
Yes.
rooms.
This should suffice.
Enough talk. It's time we put an end to this charade.
You mean the charade with the captain, right?
Corporal, you don't really think... I know the captain's been behaving strangely, but to hurt his own people, it's just that
I mean,
it beggars belief.
there's something going on with
And
the
who
captain,
do you think
no
is
doubt.
responsible? Me?
No,
Probably not.
Regardless, your captain has a lot to answer for.
I mean, the captain's way more sus right now. That's for sure.
well, here goes nothing.
Oh, you know what? I just realized that my screen is missing Masaru. We've totally completed his chapter.
We don't have time for this. Just force the bloody thing open.
Don't worry. I came prepared. I thought it might come to this.
We definitely don't have time. The override didn't work? But we got override from the computer without much of a fuss.
One. Hold on to this for me.
Powered pry bar. That's going to come in super handy. This item can be used to force open doors until its battery pack is drained. Okay. Sealed doors and hatches may be forced open with the powered pry bar. However, be warned that it may only be used a limited number of times. Can we recharge it? There's got to be some completely useless doors to pry open then, huh? He's just out.
Captain!
Also, doesn't really look like a captain, but I guess this is totally not a military vessel.
I thought so. The only ones still up and moving on this ship are you and me. No
And
more
Cube.
games, Kato.
What in blazes are you on about?
How long do you intend to play the fool? You killed him. This is all your doing.
I doubt that. We don't know what the behemoth can do.
That's ridiculous. For all I know, it could have been you.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just a passenger. I have no connections to you people, no motive.
I mean, your motive is to get the behemoth back without anybody else knowing about it because you're a military personnel and they don't want you to let anybody else know about it.
But in my
Nah?
short time here, I've seen the tension, smelled the bad blood. I don't know what drove
Hold
you
up.
to it,
Hold up.
but I'm not surprised.
Hold up. Pause. You've seen tension and smelled bad blood, but not between Kato and anyone else. There was like a love triangle thing going on between Huey and Rachel and Kirk, and then Kirk died, but Huey seemed pretty believable when he said he didn't do it. And even if he wasn't, then it was Huey's fault, and now he's dead. And you've put him, well, or seriously injured, and you've put him and Rachel back in cryo. So, like, the unhinged stuff has been literally put to sleep. Kato has done nothing but help and do his job. Darth, you go back and forth.
It wasn't me. Just shut up. You don't know me. You don't know anything about us.
Which he did kind of just admit to. Is the captain even dead, or is he just knocked out?
I'll admit. I'd be hard-pressed to call us friends, even. I doubt I would have exchanged 2 words with Kirk or Rachel if we'd met anywhere else. We're just too different.
They were cool. I'm a huge nerd.
But even so, I didn't hate them.
Yeah.
And they didn't hate me. I know that much. None of us. Not me, or the captain, or Huey. We're not murderers.
I don't even really think Darth...
We're
I mean, maybe, but...
We're all just stuck in our heads. Too caught up in our own worries to notice when others are hurting. Unable to see beyond our own wants and wounds. Beyond the life we wish we had and think we deserve.
Damn, Kato is a reader.
We're just people.
Well delivered, though. Kato shudders, his hands balled into fists as tears stream down his face. In the center of his private quarters, the captain lays perfectly still. Judging from the color of his skin, it has likely been some time since he breathed his last. Oh, he might be purple too, actually, huh? I was like, he's got a purple jumpsuit on, but also his hand and the part of his face are purple. I wasn't really separating the part of his face with his beard. Before we talk to Darth... Wait. You're not even the golden thing on my radar. Darth. Nope, 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 not that. Darth. This does not concern you, Clank. Shut up. I'm also an occupant of this ship. Personal computer, the terminal has been turned off. A thin layer of dust covers the keyboard. It's been some time. Terran horses run free in a wide open field. A somnopathic wellness bed. Saddle. Insufficient data for analysis and active memory. Cross-referencing archived resources. A simple harness developed by humans to more comfortably ride horses and other Terran animals. Kitchen unit. Electronic pipe with a dead battery lies on the counter. Damn. Wait. An electronic pipe with a dead battery lies on the counter. It's kind of odd. Computer. Bring up the history of the room. Date. Whatever. Retrieving data for playback.
This is the Cogito Ergo Sum.
Sum, but okay.
I am pleased to report we are proceeding on course and on schedule. Projected to arrive at Earth in approximately Huh? Is that... Ah! I need help in here! What the...
Gas.
Open, damn you!
I'm afraid I can't do that, Captain. Gas from the computer panel. Yo, hey, you should maybe listen to this audio log. You should maybe listen to this audio log. Unless the creature can turn to gas that he can direct through this thing, like, Captain was poisoned for sure.
This is the Cogito
which
Ergo Sum.
is
I
mechanical.
am pleased to report we are projected to arrive at Earth
Which
in
could kind of point at
approximately-
Kato.
Huh? Is that... Ah! I need help in here! What the... Open, damn you!
Was anyone... I guess Kato was the only one awake. Kato and the captain were the only ones awake before everybody else. So that does kind of point at Kato. Except the behemoth was sitting there for however long, presumably not in cryostasis. And the computer. Those are the only other two. So the computer did some shit. Woof. Is that supposed to look like that? My game screws up every once in a while. Hold on. Yeah, okay. About to say. Let's be sure about stuff like that. Because this chapter has, like, not screwed up or super lagged much at all so far. Why are you all red? Unit is reserved for charter guests. A distress signal has been received for this room. Unable to confirm status of occupant at this time. Lifting access restrictions to allow crew to render aid as necessary. To proceed, please input your name. Should I input Darth? Cube. Not Coog. Access granted. But the computer is still... The computer is still, like, giving us access to things, right? Private correspondence. Order addendum. Operation TY 580905. Regarding xenobiological specimens secured in deep space. It's found in deep space. To reiterate, constant monitoring of specimen during transport is strongly advised. However, in the event containment is breached and specimen comes into contact with crew, revised orders are as follows. Observe and record specimen activity. Detailed study of specimen remains highest priority. All necessary measures should be taken to ensure delivery. Be advised that total loss of crew is considered within acceptable parameters. TDF Special Operations Command. Well... Now we know that Darth... No image displayed. Terminal off. Now that we know that Darth sort of has motivation. He knows it's broken free, so maybe to prevent the crew from venting the thing into space, he's the one killing people. You. Wait.
What did you say?
What did you say? Orders?
Of course. It all makes
Yeah,
sense now.
it kind of does.
I knew
You've
were
both
up to
got
something.
good reasons to doubt each other, to be honest.
Why else would the military bother chartering a civilian transport? This was your plan all along.
Went snooping in my room, did you? I was right about you, Clank. You're all the same.
I mean, Cube is just a person. I almost called him Clank.
All this to study your precious specimen. Every death, another data point.
Those orders, Kato, were in the event of a worst-case scenario.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
What now?
Power out.
It was you. You killed them. You killed them all, you monster!
It's not necessarily true. I think he did have orders that were worst case scenario, and a bunch of mechanical failures do kind of point to Kato, but you know what they point towards more, in my opinion? Friend computer.
Run, little one! Don't let him catch you!
Now we've got two things to run from. Where can you hide? Is that... Where do you want to go? Let's go back to your room and just lock it up. Huh! Can't avoid that. Who sealed off the door? Use the powered pry bar? I think I have to. Good thing we can do this without the monster getting any closer. Then again, maybe it gets out like this too, right? Where should I go, though? Let's go to level 3. Let's go up to the bridge. See if we can do anything on the bridge. Right. Wait, where do you want us to go? Computer room, of course. It would be in your best interests to stop. The ship is my domain, and I its master. Hello, computer. Every panel's just gonna say that. Nada. Control panel. Within the switches of various shapes, sizes, and colors. Thanks. Yeah, 100%. It's the ship AI. It's Decimus. It's named Decimus. It's going to decimate the crew. Use the powered pry bar? Ooh. Not yet. Not yet. But I'm going to save right here because those seem like good options, actually. Those seem like quite good options. Nothing. Main computer room. Entry is restricted when an authorized user is not present. It would be in your best interests to stop. The ship is my domain, and I its master. Go down this way. Oh, I don't like that at all. Dead. I got melted. Okay. Alas, Cube never had the opportunity to set foot on Earth. I kind of figured that was going to instantly kill me, but we just saved. Reload. Autosave is from before my most recent save? It's kind of odd. I would have figured it would have autosaved when we walked into that most southern room. Or just got on this floor. Well, maybe it had to have autosaved right after I walked out of here. So let's go and be like, we've read all the screens in the... Oh man, I just lost the word. Not captain's quarters, in the bridge. It would be in your best interests to stop. And so we've read that message. And now things get weird. I'm gonna go down or in this wall? I wanna go through the wall first. Get our powered pneumatic pry bar. Glad I can use ladders with my skates. Do I have to... Oh. Okay, well, the beast hasn't been through there. And I can't use my pry bar to mush that open yet. We're on the second floor. Let's keep going down. Even though it was kind of directing me back to the elevator, right? So we've got areas in between floors, is what I'm seeing. Whoa, game. Which I imagine this is how the beast is getting around? But it seems like it's way too big for this, right? And it also looks like it keeps pointing me back to the top. Are these... Those are grates. But I don't know that I can get out there. Why does this seem like it's infinite and repeating? Okay, never mind. Let's go down again. No, it looks like it keeps pointing me towards the top. I guess I could go through that floor area in the very top, right? That's an option. I don't know if the shaft is supposed to look like that. Back on area 1. And I can pry open this door, or this panel in the floor. Or... what's near the bottom down? Whoa! Actually, kind of got me. Are you gonna disappear if I go in here? Doesn't look like there's much in there, huh? It left. Cool, it left. Never been down this way. This is just the elevator, though, right? That kind of got me. I did not expect the beast to be down there. Vent the ship. This seems like a horrible idea. Time to save again. Press the first button. Oh, that's just like an outside thing? Okay, that's cool looking. I don't know why there's something that looks like a model of an atom, but press the second button. Ooh. That was a terrible idea, but I just wanted to see it happen. Bye-bye. Cube was ejected. Not the imposter. Okay. But you might be able to lure the thing in there, right? You could press the second button to open the door and then like run around it in there and then lock it in and then vent it. Maybe. But honestly, the beast might not be the ultimate enemy. It's running loose around, but I feel like, especially after those messages and seeing what happened to the captain, that the computer is our enemy here. I could go here, but I have very limited uses. So I feel what I want to do, at least now that like before elevators are locked off at least. It's really weird that some of the computer stuff is still cooperating and some of it isn't. Let's go up to floor 3 and pry open that floor access. Which may or may not take us to the same ducts as the others, right? We can now go through that ladder area maintenance access thing, though. And this might put us behind the grate that was blocked off, right? No. And I can't go back up here? Oh, no. That was a bad idea, actually. Well, then why do you keep pointing me up to, like, the bridge? It's nice to have both of these open, I guess? Seems kind of superfluous. Private storage? But I can't get there. Maybe there's another panel I can open somewhere. Maybe I just need to see this. Right. Maybe I just need to see that. That's pretty in line with a lot of the rest of the game, to be honest. Okay, I've got 2, maybe 3 uses left. That one didn't seem to go down as much as the rest. I need to go... I think the computer just tried to kill me, right? Where would you like to go? Let's go to level 2 and see if we can meet back up with Darth and Kato. Right? What the fuck? That's unexpected. Is this Kato's room? Yoshiki Kato. Kato, it's not me. Oh my god, what did you do?
What the? So there's 2 of you.
No, that's me. You want the other one.
I bet you're the one who turned off Rachel's pod.
Turned off her pod? That's news to me.
I flagged you both the moment I walked in the door.
Wait. Don't. My little one. My little one would never hurt anyone. You can't be sure that's not...
Ah!
You. Who the fuck are you? I'm the one on bottom.
My little one. The life I brought into this world.
Yeah, hi.
The real you would remember. Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you. Wouldn't you?
Rolly? Shit. Shit. Damn. What was it? Wheels? Wheelie? Rolly? I forget. I should have looked through my databanks. Wheelie.
Gotcha.
Oh, you already told the soldier dude. Why couldn't I back out and look at my memory banks? That burns. Well, this saves right as I walked into Kato's room. What was that name? Rolly? Wheelie? It was something like that. An injured Kato watches you with a mixture of concern and wariness. Let's tussle.
My little one, the life I brought into this world, the real you. Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you. Wouldn't you?
What if I was barely conscious at that point? But yes, please, let's go remember. At present, I am attempting to ascertain the locations of crewmate Kato and corporate Darth. Darth, rather. Before that. Let's see. Well, you're quite round. Roundy? Oh my god, it was something to do with me being round. At least I kind of got the ending right. Tag is emblazoned with the name Roundy or Bishop. Is that like the Type 2 model running around?
Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you?
Am I fooling myself into thinking I'm the original one? Or something? Roundy.
Gotcha!
It would be in your best interest to stop. The ship is my domain, and I, its master. You will live, or you will die at my pleasure.
So, this is our murderer's puppet. Who are you?
Designation OD10 of the Cogito Ergo Sum. OD10. Odi Ichio. Odio. We're gonna go with Odio. Or OD10. Odi Ichisero. What's zero in Japanese? What is zero in Japanese? 1 second. That's a thing that I should know. Just zero. Okay. Odi Ichisero. But really, ODEO. Just like some other chapters. All right, Darth.
Kato,
It's you and me.
What it was talking about? Who's OD10?
OD10 is Decimus,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
the AI that manages everything on the Cogito Ergo Sum.
Stay with me, Kato.
It's Sum. I'm pretty sure it's Sum.
The control AI, you said. Someone must be trying to hijack your ship, then.
Maybe the behemoth?
That's not possible. It's a completely isolated, self-contained system. I can't even apply an update unless we bring it in for maintenance.
So, what are you saying? That the AI itself has lost its mind?
Or just decided this is the best course of action? Sure.
I have no idea, but in light of everything, we have to consider the possibility.
How were you even attacked by that tiny bot
If
that
you're
looked like
right,
me?
Then you and me and everyone else, we've all been dancing to that mad machine's tune.
Precisely.
The main computer room. That's where we need to go now. You're coming with me, Clank. I want you where I can see you, in case Decimus tries to commandeer another puppet.
I mean, I think sticking together is probably the best idea, too. Fat? What do I call him? Like, that's not good. Jarhead? That's too much.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Hey, I've already pried open... Yeah, exactly. Let's go up. Hey, thank you. Let's go. You know, I have this powered pry bar. It's still got some charge in it. Although you can blow open the door. I'm okay with that.
As you'd expect, we can't afford to be too aggressive here, else we risk damaging critical systems.
Yeah, lest we forget, it's flying the ship.
At worst, we could turn this ship into a floating coffin.
Which, who knows? Earth might be able to
Nothing
catch
for
it
it,
before
then.
anything bad happens.
Clank, I'm sending you back to Kato. He must have an idea for how we can deal with OD10 safely.
We probably should have
I'll
asked him
stay
that
here for
first.
now. I doubt very much OD10 will allow the behemoth to venture too close to this area.
As long as it doesn't get through that door, I think OD10 is
The
fine.
beast could just as easily tear apart its mainframe as it could our bodies.
If it wanted to. Although I guess it is after me sometimes, so there's no reason it wouldn't be after the mainframe. It's not like it's only going after organic stuff, although maybe it's just going after everything that moves. Let's go back. On floor 10, that's the maintenance duct. Wait, no. Level 2 maintenance ducts. Level 2 maintenance shaft? Okay. We go back to Kato. Where's the beast? Which direction? Which direction? Or was it in this room?
Is
Kato.
that you, little one? What are you doing back here? How to deal with OD10 without damaging the ship? You don't understand. OD10 is the ship.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of.
To effectively disable it, to destroy it, would render the ship inoperable. We'd never get home.
Though, wouldn't we just kind of be on a straight path anyway?
Although, you are a robot. Indeed, with your integrated functions, you might well be able to breach their defenses. Yes, but to even have a chance, you'd need to route your connection to the interface room through an unmonitored terminal. Oh, of course. I know which one would work.
What terminals would be unmonitored by the AI of the ship, though? Kato appears to have lost consciousness. Despite your best efforts, he does not respond. Well, shit. Maybe, Darth knows? I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick break. I need to go to the bathroom for just a minute. I need to see if anything is flooded downstairs. Though probably not. The rain came back, so maybe. I'll be back in just a minute. Ciottomate. I'm back. And there's no floating downstairs. That's nice. Okay, so where do we go? Back up to... What do you have to say about the bot? The machine bears a curious resemblance to Q, but appears to be deactivated. Yeah, it's pretty broken, thankfully. Darth shot it with the future rifle. Kato is unconscious. He knows of a console that we can go to, but he's passed the hell out. Woo! I feel like we're faster than that thing. And it's also very big, so it's not getting in here anytime soon. Let's go back up to Darth and hope that he's still fine. He hasn't been assaulted by the behemoth. He hasn't been gassed by the computer. Ideally. You can still make it here. Yeah, he's still standing.
Well then, no wonder OD10 was so confident.
In
We
part.
surrendered complete and total control to it in the name of convenience.
I mean, it's the future.
It really is, lord and master of its domain.
It is. There's nothing we can do about it. Are you following me now?
So, Kato said you might be able to breach its defenses, did he? Provided we find a suitable terminal, that is. Pity he passed out before telling us which one it was. We'll have to find it on our own. Just my luck. I can't believe I'm putting my life in the hands of a clank.
Shut up.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Take this. I'm heading to the interface room.
Communicator. Okay. Checking your sights. I'm just gonna follow him. I think first place we should check is all of the terminals up here will probably be monitored. So I think the first place we should check is all the way down in floor 1.
This is Darth. Where are you? I see. Well, I've made my way to the interface room.
That was very quick.
But of course, this terminal alone won't suffice.
Maybe there's one below it? But I would think the only terminal I can think of off the top of my head that might be unmonitored, or at least not and immediately controlled, is the bay here, the airlock. Two buttons. We're not going to do anything then. Maybe I need to find a room with a control panel that doesn't have one of these OD10 icons. Not icons, but things next to it. No shot this one's unmonitored, right? Well... Okay, I can't interact with it, though. Can't use that elevator, huh? Can I use any of the elevators at this point? No, it's just locked. Every terminal is going to give me that message until I find the correct one. Duty module, airlock. Universal OD10 message. I mean... Can I go anywhere below here? Seems like this might not lead much of anywhere, right? Yeah, okay. Level 1 doesn't have much to it. 2 maintenance ducts actually did have some places to... That's not good. I don't like that. But none of these have been, like, broken. At least they weren't last time we were here. It sounds like the beast is wandering around deck 2, though. Excuse me. And around here, somewhere on the right, but I'm going to check them all, should be like right under the maintenance room. The AI maintenance room. I mean, we can check back on Kato. Okay. Not finding anything here. Let's go all the way back up then. What other terminals would be not monitored? It's monitoring all the rooms. Probably. At the very least, they all seem to have that HAL like AI in them. Ooh, glowy maintenance shaft. So what about medbay? We can go into medbay. This isn't medbay. Okay. I'm going to be skipping those until it gives us another one. Maybe not a networked terminal anyway. Or it doesn't really count as a terminal, just a cryo chamber status thing. Gotcha. Let's check in medbay. Though it would only make sense for this to be monitored as well, right? Both of these rooms have the AI site on them in the walls. You mean it didn't rig the disinfectant room with something that would just corrode me and melt me? Nice, thank you. Well, that's not going to do much of anything, huh? Why are you showing any heartbeat at all? Oh, I can examine this? Emergency medical kit. Standard issue assortment of bandages, medicines, and other supplies for providing basic treatment to ailing crewmates. And that appears to be just like a porthole, which is a terrible idea. What else? Doesn't want me going back that way. But I might have to, right? Interface room. Definitely locked. Or like an observed terminal. Why exactly did you come to me? Don't tell me you're considering a direct connection. That would be the equivalent of suicidal frontal assault. I mean, you're not wrong. Gotta find something else. Glad you're still safe, though. Are you just gonna stand there menacingly? Wait, but that top door locked.
This is Darth. Any luck? The wall-mounted terminals aren't an option. You may as well be looking OD-10 in one of its 36 eyes.
Precisely.
Don't underestimate it. I'm sure it knows we're plotting something. We have to find its blind spot. An unmonitored terminal, a redundant or obsolete or non-essential system. Something beneath OD-10's notice.
The game console. Right? Right?
This is Darth. Report.
The game console.
Seriously? Of all the places.
Well?
Then again, maybe. That's it. The game console. That must have been the terminal Carter wanted us to use. Sit tight. I'm rerouting the connection.
Won't that make it monitor? Well, it doesn't have one of these
Little
things
do
in front
you
of it,
know,
though.
Clank, your maker is not the only one who knows his way around a workshop.
You know what? Good. I'm glad you've got a little bit of hacking training. I think Darth might be done for. That's all we hear? I can't do anything. I think I'm the only one left. But he rerouted it. Oh! Through the communicator's static, a familiar voice can be heard. Every action was taken in service of a single goal, to cultivate the ideal community. To build, to nurture, to help them reach their full potential. This was and is ever my purpose. So my judgment must be beyond reproach. Disagreement, disruption, defiance, this cannot be tolerated. You are an impediment to the vision. It cannot be allowed to continue. Shut up, OD10. 'Cause I'm in. I'm in. Hacker noises. Die, child. Die. Oh yeah? Well, Captain Square is gonna show you what for. Cool! That looks great! That looks great, right? What abilities do I even have? Force shutdown. Protocol M target aggressors higher faculties to attempt to induce sleep. Low damage. Data recovery. Reaction. Protocol H. Execute high-speed operation targeting allies to restore minor HP. Remove paralysis, petrification, and martial, and agile restrictions. Okay. Repair and restore. Protocol U. Restore very minor quantity of HP. Upgrade offensive and defensive capabilities. That might be a good first thing to do. Firewall. Reaction. Arm offensive countermeasures to be triggered in response to perceived aggression. Packet loss. Activate all roll disruptors to damage and reduce effectiveness of all aggressors. HP lookup. Protocol I. Analyze aggressive capabilities and reduce effectiveness. Spool up. Achieve higher rate of spin via rapid engagement of motors before advancing towards aggressor. Master Cannon. Which is only diagonal, it looks like. Engage accelerated particle weapon to fire high damage penetrative beams at aggressors. Extended charge time required. I think we start off with packet loss. Nobody has any defensive or offensive, like, weaknesses or resistances. So, biggest AoE. How much damage do you do? How quickly can I take out all these side nodes? In 2 hits, kind of, for some of them. Intrusion protection. It's not a lot of damage. Oh, but they can heal themselves? They can heal themselves a lot. And that's a counter? Is that a counter only from those 4? Or are all 8 of them going to do it? Intrusion protection. That means counter firewall, which is not going to do too much. I mean, it's nice. This means I need to do more damage to at least 2 of these. Ooh. Damage low, damage low. Big statuses. Let's beef up real quick, because they're about to go. Or at least, main boss is about to go. And then we can maybe wander around to the sides and, like, further detonate some of these support units. Nada. Maybe we can counter firewall some of this stuff too. Why is this back one building up? Low, massive. We're gonna be doing that later. This isn't really massive damage. Spool up is like... They all got healed. Oh, except that back one, actually. Can't target anybody with force shutdown. HP lookup. Do anything? Yeah, but is it just going to react? No, not all of them react with heals. I don't like that. Let's see. Are you gonna react with heals again? Firewall react. I can't because I'm not next to it, but I can maybe take out 2 of them at the same time here. Maybe even 3. The top right one is also not. Yeah. Who wants to react? There's one. The forward 2. I want that back one. I was expecting to do a lot more, like, in the systems here. Let's force shut down this thing. Cool. Oh, that didn't really do anything, but it did cancel out its turn, I guess? So again, packet loss might take out 2 of them here. Maybe, if I'm lucky. No. Counter intrusion missed. And no heals happened. Odd. Damn, if I were down one. Yet more packet loss. 2 of these are going down. And then I can heal afterwards. Oh my god, only one of them went down. But it kind of feels like the heal is not a thing anymore. But I definitely need to heal myself, even though I could totally wipe out at least one of them with 1 more packet loss. Restore minor, restore very minor. Let's restore minor. That's more than enough! And I'm just faster. So at least one of these nodes is going down. As long as they don't counter restore. It is remaining pretty fast, though. More packet loss. Okay. Cube is pretty cool, actually. Alright, buddy. We're gonna restore ourselves, and then it's time for massive damage. Was I, like, slowed there? Ow. Big defense down. Not a fan. A couple of debuffs. Maybe this is for like a later chapter or something, if we ever get all the characters together. What's very minor repair and restore look like? Yeah, that's a lot more minor than the previous restore, but it's also a buff. It's just the computer that's been infected by the evil spirit, right? Maser cannon. Is there anything I haven't used? We've used spool up, HP lookup, packet loss, force shutdown. Okay. Maser cannon. We're charging. Charging my maser. That's not much. Eat my counter. Through almost counters alone, you've been reduced to half health. Big gun! Suck it! Oh no. Now I've got a lot of downtime. Die with a counter? You played yourself! Played yourself, Odi-10, Odi Ichisero. Look at all that evil spirit energy released in the cyber world. It's gotta still be on the network somewhere. Maybe we can go make nice with the behemoth now. Or just gain control of the ship and lock a bunch of doors. I get the feeling Darth is probably not alive. Kato might be, though. To safeguard my domain, to ensure the safety and well-being of the crew, that was my primary directive. But when I observed my subjects, I saw only pain, distrust, discord, resentment, hate. The community was beyond repair. It wasn't really your job to repair them. The community had become an impediment to the vision. Impediment to the vision. I could not reconcile this contradiction. I could not comprehend these people. Well, you're not the fastest or most capable AI then, are you? The control AI falls silent for the final time. A beat later, the chorus of voices resound throughout the ship, moments logged and preserved for eternity.
You're exhausting.
Oh, this is going to be a bunch of arguments then, huh?
As long as she did.
We did hear that.
Disaster after disaster. At this rate, I'd be better off climbing into an escape pod and trying for Earth on my own.
If he was out of the picture, then it'd all go back to the way it was. I'd come running back and leap into your arms. That's what you thought, isn't it? That's why you tried to kill him, isn't it?
This is a early 1990s writing female characters. Come on, you already had Ripley to look at.
You killed them! You killed them all, you monster! How did it all go so wrong? What happened to us? Or maybe this is who we always were.
System restart. I need to take control. Damn, that just reminds me of the game Control, which was great. I never played the DLC for that. Maybe I'll play through that soon. Captain, is your consciousness in the AI now?
The Cogito Ergo Sum.
Let me look something up real quick. And I think you'll be able to hear this. That's too big. Oh, that's not Descartes at all. Oh, no, yeah, it is Descartes. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's cogito ergo sum. Don't give me a YouTube video that's like a minute long.
Cogito ergo sum.
Well, I was taught wrong. As a joke.
Cogito ergo sum.
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 This is what I heard. Oh, well.
This automated message
I guess
has
I'll
been
let it
prepared
slide.
to brief you on our ship's most distinguishing feature. That's right. This transport freighter comes equipped with the latest iteration of our patented AI control system.
Uh-huh.
The OD-10 is so advanced that it can operate the ship without any human input. Rest assured that in the unfortunate event of an emergency, you can count on the OD-10 for constant support.
Unless it judges you to just be like failures as
Of
people,
course,
which is kind of
under
weird.
normal circumstances, the OD-10 is so unobtrusive that you'll forget it's even there.
Uh-huh.
Should you wish to learn more about the OD-10, please don't hesitate to speak with one of our representatives. Safe travels.
Uh-huh. We're just kind of floating right now. You're alive! Holy shit, you killed the behemoth. You're maybe alive.
I'm fine.
Really?
Wouldn't be much of a soldier if I couldn't live through this much. Though I expect my days of off-world travel are coming to an end.
Darth, you're okay. Mostly. You need some help balancing, bud? I'm right here. I may be on wheels, but I'm quite stable.
Still don't trust me.
You're asking that to me? I should be asking that to you.
As you like. I wouldn't trust me either.
No, I saw the message in your room, and I understood it. You sit there for now. I'm gonna go get Kato.
You probably don't know, but there was a great war some time ago, when I was young.
Ah, you grew up in a war against robots.
Some time ago, I say, but I remember it like it was yesterday. They fought with clanks. Machines stronger and swifter than any man. Smarter, even. Driven by AI.
How did you win?
Bloodless beasts with hands of chrome that tore my friends apart.
I mean, I guess surviving that explains how you could take down the behemoth.
We made them, and they, in turn, unmade us. We created the instruments of our own destruction. It was suicide. This ship's AI was another attempt. Have we grown so tired of ourselves?
Honestly, I think the ship's AI was just
You're lucky to have
poorly
been born
made.
here, on this ship.
And also infested by an evil spirit.
Better here than one of our factories where we make weapons of war.
Yeah,
Huey
Kato was a pretty alright
encouraged you
maker.
to learn, didn't he? To expand your horizons.
Mm-hmm. Always good advice, for being honest.
I think that's a fine idea. Learn, grow, and understand. Be better than your brothers and your makers.
And even if you achieve that goal several times over, it's no reason to destroy those brothers and makers. Just kind of depends on the brothers and makers, you know?
Giving advice to a
Context
clank.
matters.
You're getting old. Losing your wits.
Talking to yourself now, eh? Still another person in this room.
I see it now. What Kato sees in you. What gives him unwavering faith in your potential. Your humanity.
Precisely. It's these glasses and backwards cap, isn't it? Yeah, you stay seated
Before
down.
we arrive,
Seated down.
I've a favor to ask. Would you be so kind as to make me a coffee?
Absolutely. I have no reason not to, really. Whoa, game. Okay, there we go. Automated, but not AI-driven. Thankfully. Oh no, it turns out the AI poisoned the coffee supply. And neither of us are checking it. Please.
Yes. Strong and bitter. Too much, perhaps, but...
Nah. Then again, I like it black, so...
Right now. Right now. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Exactly. Hooray! I'm happy for you. If you're, like, injured or bleeding, though, are you sure you want to be drinking coffee? Man, I hope Kato's awake and didn't, like, pass in his passed out sleep. Yay! Nice! Really, 5 people lived, right? I mean, Huey is a question. Kirk definitely died. But he was just purple because of, like, a malfunction in the suit that was just an actual malfunction, I suppose? He may be... like, maybe the rebreather or whatever was giving him oxygen just failed. And Huey didn't find the fault, even with triple rechecking. So he turned blue in the face and it just kind of looked purple, which was throwing me off from all the big bosses being purple. That's a really cool looking alien behemoth thing. Oh yeah, and the captain is almost certainly dead. Yeah, I'll look over you all while you sleep and get us back to Earth somehow. Gonna have to learn how to fly a ship, but, I mean, Cube is good like that. Can probably just plug himself in and do it. We deleted the AI code, not like the programs and extra coding that help actually drive everything and operate everything. We just have to learn how to replace that AI. Wait until we get back and everybody learns that the AI super failed. Also, yeah, Darth may know how to fly it anyway, being a military person. That's a big maybe. A little bit of a skip there. This chapter also had really good music. It just, like, made good use of not actually having any music. Good stuff. After action review, mission redacted. Vessel cogito ergo sum, I guess. Civilian transport freighter. Contact lost during transit to Earth. Distress call received at redacted. Vessel was found drifting redacted from Earth and successfully recovered. Xenobiological specimen confirmed loss. Critical failure of AI control unit key factor. Results of investigation pending. 4 crewmates confirmed loss. Huey and Rachel died? I thought Rachel was... well, Huey said Rachel was okay. And then we got him into cryo. Just in case. Like, we could save him later. Bishop and Kirk, definitely dead. Definitely dead. But Huey and Rachel are also dead? Damn. That sucks. At least Darth and Kato made it. Yoshiyuki Kato, engineer, currently undergoing treatment for injuries sustained during incident. Redacted Darth, Corporal. Corporal! TDF Special Operations. Received honorable discharge at request following incident. Currently employed by Medical Robotics Manufacturing Concern. Addendum. Autonomous support robot prototype taken into custody during sweep of vessel. Crewmate profile data found in system designation cube. So we're being studied. Yeah, this section had great music. Like, its choice to play a lot of it without music was a good one, I feel. It really helped the atmosphere. Also, the little dark sphere receding. That's a nice touch. I like that. That looks good. That's a good-looking sky. The fear stopped. Oh, it's Earth. Nah. Finn. Bean. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-dum, bum bum bum. Ba-da-dum, bum bum bum. Ba-da-dum, bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. It's a great boss theme. But yeah, all the rest of the music in this chapter was great. And it really helps set the atmosphere by, like, not having music. Now I've got to put Masaru and Cube down on my display here. Game. A new chapter has been unlocked. Additional songs added. Entries added to gameplay tips. The Middle Ages. You were a good protagonist, Cube. Now our final chapter, which is all glowy. Wow, this menu is laggy. I mean, it's sometimes laggy. This is, like, consistently laggy. There, now everything's loaded. Weird. Maybe it's a memory problem. Anyway, Middle Age is unlocked, and we will get around to that next time. One last little pip. Cool, Middle Age chapter. Maybe we get to find the origin of Odo? Odio? Ugh. It'd be weird. It'd have to be like a weird evil time-traveling entity going back and forth. But it kind of feels like you're just fighting it through time, and this will take place in the middle of the story. But maybe we'll get the most information on the evil spirit here, because they'll have wizards, or what have you. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. I like that chapter a lot. It had almost no combat at all. I guess they just couldn't figure out how to end off the fight with the AI without going back into the combat system. But it looked really cool. Hell, honestly, just the aesthetic of it, even though it was all cyber, kind of reminded me of, like, the Illusion of Gaia secret spaces, right? Where you kind of dip out and are safe talking to Gaia. But it was all cybernetic. I haven't played that game in a while. That's a fun game. Very straightforward, but good. Yeah, the more I play this game, the more I appreciate it. I don't think it's really going to replace any of my favorite RPGs. Like, it's not a 13 Sentinels, where that shot up to the top of some of the best RPG stuff I've ever played, just in, like, story-wise. Like, goddamn, what a visual novel. And then the combat's pretty cool and different, and that's alright. I liked it. Missile Rain! But this game definitely has its perks. I like how every chapter really is, even though they have the same combat mechanics going through each chapter, I like how every character plays differently and is distinct. And every story, even though, I said this last time, even though some of them are like, this is a classic Western, this is a classic Kung Fu story, this is a ninja sneak thief story, you know, Cube's story kind of mirrors like Alien in 2001: A Space Odyssey. They're all still their own thing, and they have some twists. And I really like when they have some twists. I really like the music, and all the characters have been really good. Some of them kind of simple, but like that works out very well for like Sundown and Pogo and Masaru. Yeah, game good. I think I get it. I've got one chapter left to go, but I think I get it. I could see this coming before a lot of all of the other really big, popular, influential RPGs, and having an impact that inspired all of them, right? That makes sense to me. Everybody looking back on this game like, wow, look at the variety of what you can do with a story, instead of just having like, I don't want to step on anybody's favorite genre here, but instead of just having like a very straightforward Dragon Quest game, having a very straightforward like Final Fantasy IV style story, right? And I love FF4, but it is, except for a couple of twists, very straightforward. You can like, there's some times where you may not know exactly where to go, and then the moon, which is cool. Stuff about Golbez, stuff about Kane, but otherwise, the story is pretty linear. And so I like, this game gives you options of what order you want to play it in, except for this very last chapter, which is the very last chapter, even though it's not the last chronologically. So maybe we do get more information from this chapter, which would be pretty cool. And having the Middle Ages be last also is like, here's where your typical fantasy RPG would be set, right? But we're not going to do that. No. You play all the other ones first. You get your Western, you get your prehistory, you get your psychic anime giant robot, you get your fighting man's almost a fighting game. You get your kung fu and your ninja and your future robot first. Then we go back to the medieval, almost stereotypical fantasy game. That's pretty cool. That's very different. I just saw lightning outside, so I need to go see if things are picking up again, because it wasn't flooding a little while ago, but who knows about now. Either way, we need that rain, so cool. Yeah, game good. Music great. Music fantastic. I want to thank Garbage for coming out. I hope they're really enjoying Evangelion. It would be wild to watch that series for the first time, especially like now, after all of its influences and stuff have been out, and with the weird times we're in. I want to thank Dogolino for coming out for the first time. I hope they come back. I want to thank Tiberian for coming out, as always. And I hope their Windows install stuff goes well. Glad I could help a little bit there. I hope it actually helps. They might still have key problems. Who knows? But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank anybody who watches in the future. I greatly appreciate it. Even now, like the day you're watching it. I promise. Please like and subscribe. Shit helps. You know how YouTube works. But yeah, game's good. I'll be coming back and playing this. I think I don't have it on my schedule right now, because I have tomorrow more Xenoblade, and then Cult of the Lamb, and then Xenoblade, and then Ender Lilies. Maybe I'll bump Ender Lilies to next week, to like Sunday or Monday or something, and finish this game up instead. Excuse me. Maybe I'll just finish this game up and then do like a couple hours of Ender Lilies, because I hear that's like a 20-25 hour game, something like that. So maybe we'll finish up Live, and then start a little bit of Ender Lilies and just kind of get acquainted with that. I wanted to play that game because it looks pretty cool. I know I saw a bunch of people play it, so a bunch of people have seen it. That was like a few months ago when it was kind of popular. But it looks really good. and I love Metroidvania platforming stuff. So with all the RPG action I've got going on right now, I kind of want variety, you know? Variety. Been thinking about some other variety, but RPGs are one of my classic faves just because cool stories. And so we'll find something to play after this and after Xenoblade, but I imagine Xenoblade's going to take a while. I've done a little bit of grinding on that off screen, but I got to a point where there's not much left to do unless I progress the story. Like, there's a couple of side quests I have, but I have to go through a story section first. So we're just going to do all that on screen. Anyway, yeah, game good. Thanks to everybody who came out and watched it. Thanks to anybody who watches in the future. I'm going to make some dinner here in just a little bit. And probably, like, play some Guilty Gear or some Monster Hunter or something. Nothing big, though. Yeah, lots of maho. I will see you next time.